Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. My name is Maria. Today is January the 3rd, so we are looking into the 10th month of the year in our 12 nights of Christmas, the Raunächte. So this is the October reading in the 12th Tide series. And I have brought some new decks for the last quarter of the year 2025. So we will see what we will get. And I chose a deck today that will give us some uplifting messages because the first 3 quarters of the year had some pretty tough challenges in store for us. So I want to close the year with some uplifting messages. So I'll get right into it, and then I'll use, of course, the same outline that I've done for all the other videos. And if you haven't seen any of them, there is a playlist. You can find all the other videos there. So if you've missed any, you can just check out the channel. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And now we're going to look into the overall monthly energy for October. All right, so we're starting out with the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Strength card. So in October, I feel that this is going to be the month where you just take care of yourself and you don't worry too much about what other people say. Now with the Nine of Pentacles here, we do have the abundance, with the Three of Wands here. It's like, okay, you have a plan of what you want to do, and it doesn't really matter what other people think. Like here with the Strength card, if you can see there in the back, there's other people, they're whispering to each other while she is taking care of the lion and saying, what is she doing? Why is she doing that? Oh my God. People need to mind their own business, and you are not here on this earth to wonder about what other people think of you. You do you, and you have your own purpose. You have your own life to live. Don't worry about the other people's opinions. They don't live your life, and you don't live theirs. So whatever they say, that doesn't matter. Just don't care about that. You've got your own ideas, your own projects that you're working on, that you're visualizing and trying to bring to life so that you can live the life that you want. So, don't worry about other people. That's like the overall energy for October. Now let's look into some clarifiers. So what should we look out for? Okay. In some of the other months, we also had the Ace of Pentacles come up quite a few times. So it looks like 2025 overall is a really good year for, planting something new, starting maybe even a new business or starting your first business, starting something that is an investment in your future. Now, you may not see, so we have the Moon, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles here. You may not see right now where this is all leading. So there's a very long path to go, and it might seem tedious at times. It might seem difficult, but, at the end of the day, you really have to decide what you want. And once you get started on that and you start investing in yourself most of all, then things will pay off. You are your biggest investment, hands down. Like the best thing that you can ever invest in life is yourself. So don't worry about, the things that you cannot see right now. Things will fall into place once you start, implementing things. Once you start, for example, if you want to have an online business and you maybe, there's a lot of free classes out there online, and maybe you find one that really speaks to you. Like I myself, I'm taking online classes as well. So once you really find the one that speaks to you and you know how to implement certain things where you can say, okay, I'm going to learn how to write a book. I'm going to learn how to have an online business where I teach people something, or you want to have an actual shop that people can come to, or you just want to invest in a completely new career because you've been doing one career for your whole life and now you really want to follow your passion, whatever it is. Like this is a really good year to start something new. Also, in real sky astrology, Pluto has a couple months ago moved into what was it, Capricorn? I think no, Capricorn, Sagittarius. Oh my God. Now I'd have to look that up again. But everyone's saying that Pluto moved into Aquarius, which is not true. So it must be Sagittarius. So we're now entering a new cycle, and Pluto will stay where it is in that sign until 2039. So the next 14 years are, you can kind of look at it like school. When you've had your 12 or 13 years of school from elementary school all the way up to graduation, you will learning something. And so now with Pluto moving into a new sign, we are now starting something new. And you will start to learn in the beginning, and your knowledge will get bigger with every coming year. And so at the end of those 14 years, there will be another graduation period, so to speak, where you will then, after that, move into a new chapter of your life. But we're now at the starting point of a new 14-year cycle. So that's why there's a lot of changes coming up, new things. This is a perfect time to start fresh, like look at your life, take inventory, and really think about, okay, am I living my purpose? What is my purpose? Do I follow my passion? Is this really the life where I'm just going to work to pay bills? Or is there something else that I could use my time for that will bring more value, not just to my life, but maybe even to other people? Can I inspire people? This is a really good time now to start something new for the next 14 years to come. Now let's look into how to navigate this and what the best course of action could be for October. Oh, that's a lot of cards. Okay. So the best way to navigate this, making a choice. Like what I've been talking about right now, this is the moment where you take inventory and you make a choice. There is a passion that is inside of you, and it's starting to come up more and more because you want to live in your own prosperity. You want to have that, dream come true, wish fulfillment, so that you get to that abundance. And now there might be a lot of things on your mind that you want to do, or maybe you have like a bucket list that you want to, work off and, cross things off your list. But if you really want to, put your time and energy into something, you have to choose something. Choose one thing and then really focus on that, zoom in on that, and do that to the best of your ability. And then see the success coming in and, feeling actually, happy in what you're doing, and then take it from there. But first, start with one thing. Don't overwhelm yourself with, oh, I have this idea, I have that idea, and I want to do all of this stuff. Like, start with one thing first, develop that, see how that goes. Whatever it is that you want to do, even if it is starting a new hobby, it doesn't have to mean business things, but like you can invest in yourself in multiple different ways. But choose one thing and do that with precision, like really invest your time into that, maybe even invest some money, depends on what it is, and then do that one and save other things for later. It's not like you shouldn't have those other ideas and that you have to just choose one above everything else and then that's the one. But for now, choose one and work on that one and everything else comes later. Because if you have too many things all at once, you're never going to get one thing done right. Now, what can we learn from this and how can we benefit from this? So what can we learn from this and how can we benefit from this? We have the Five of Swords, Two of Wands, and the Hanged Man. Now, what can we learn from this? Like I said with the Strength card here, you may not be everybody's cup of tea, but that's okay. Don't worry about what other people think and what they say, what their opinions are. At the end of the day, this is all about you. Nobody's living your life but you. And at the end of our lives, we always regret the things we didn't do instead of the things that we did. So if there is something that you really are passionate about and that you want to do, just go for it, And if other people are not supportive, they have their own lives to live. Don't worry about them. And this is the time where you really just start. You got the world in your hand. And with the internet, quite literally, like even with like a phone or something, you've got the world in your hand. And now it's easier than ever to start something new, to get more knowledge, to get new training, to follow your passion, to travel around the world, whatever it is. Like this is the time where you focus on your personal perspective. Like don't follow other people's opinions. Like especially if you are in a family situation where things are handed down the line and maybe you're expected to take over a business or something but you don't really want to, or you're expected that you have a certain life plan, like you finish school, you go to college or university, you get married, have children, the typical stuff that worked for the parents or grandparent generation. It doesn't necessarily work for our generation anymore in these times. So yeah, if you want to start over, just live your life. Nobody else is living your life but you. That's the really big message here in all of this. And with the King of Wands here, yeah, use that, like everything you've learned, your passion, everything, use it wisely to do something with it. Don't just let that go by. And like you stay strong in your convictions because you have them for a reason. Now let's look into some further information. And I'm using the, what is it called? The Guardian Angel Tarot by Ratley Valentine. So let's get some positive messages here. Because yeah, the first 9 months of this year sounded pretty rough. And I call this deck a grandma's hug. So let's get a hug from our grandmas here. Now we have the Five of Action, which would be the Five of Wands. And it says, your angels want you to know that your current challenge pushes you to be assertive and self-confident. Be willing to stand up for yourself and defend your position. You have the right to excuse yourself from those who bring drama into your life. And that is a very good affirmation. Like, yeah, if something doesn't serve you, like here, the people talking about her, like, you don't have to listen to them. Like, if you want to pet that lion, you go and pet the lion. Just because they are scared and they would never do it doesn't mean that you have to listen to it. Like I said, nobody lives your life but you. Let's get another message. The messenger of action, that is the Page of Wands, which we already had here. So we have that card coming up once again, and it says something new and exciting related to creativity or your career comes to your attention. You feel an eagerness to learn and you're ready to get going. Although you may feel insecure, do it anyway. This card represents someone in your life, or maybe you, who is creative, enthusiastic, and fascinated by life and who wants to try everything. Like I've been saying, just start. The rest will fall into place. Once you've made that decision that you want to start something, do it. Do it. And failing is not a bad thing. When you fail, try again. Next time, fail better. And you fail as many times as you need to get to the success. Don't be afraid of failure. Failure is a very good teacher. Now at the bottom here, we have the Eight of Emotion, which is the Eight of Cups. And this one says, you feel a deep longing for something meaningful in your life. Huh? What have I been saying? In your heart, you know that there's more out there waiting for you in the world. It may be time to switch careers, to move to a new home or city, or initiate other important changes. Do what's right for you and seek out your magical new life. Yeah, this is exactly what I've been saying here this whole time. And yeah, the cards just confirmed it once again. So if you already know what you're doing and you feel like sharing, please do it in the comments below. I would love to hear other people's stories because I'm also now in a place where I'm going to implement some changes in life. So this is a very exciting year, I think. So if you want to share, please feel free to do so. I would love to hear your stories. And otherwise, thank you very much for being here. I will be back tomorrow for November, and I'll see you then. Take care and bye.